Well, would you look at that? We're live. A little bit late. Apologies for that. I was rolling out a software update to one of my programs, one of my pieces of software for work. In any case, we're going to pick up here with our Windshu playthrough. Last week we streamed Sun Ren, and we managed to finish it off, so that was great. And now we're going to go ahead and see if we can't finish off this campaign over the next couple days here. And that's because we got some Warhammer content to get to a little bit later this week. Well, probably not live because there's like an embargo and all that. But we do have some Warhammer 2 content coming our way. Hello, Rav. How you doing? Let's go ahead and happy Monday to you. It is Monday, right? All the days are just bleeding together. We have a spy that's been killed in Kingdom of Wu and another spy. So that's unfortunate. Lu Bu declares war on Kingdom of Zhang. Hey, that's us. We're Kingdom of Zhang. Kingdom of Liang signed a peace treaty with Jiang, and not much else. We got some traits here. Cao Lighting is trustworthy. Ying Xian is philanthropic. Some of our buildings are complete. How are we looking with money here? 2,700, 11,000 in our treasury. Yangzhou, small regional city. Maybe we'll upgrade that a little bit further. Okay, let's kill off the diplomacy notifications and our poor spies that have been killed. I don't really know how they got killed. Pang Tong has been discovered. This is our ambush, unfortunately. They found us, oh no! But it does look like we can strike out and hit them a little bit. Now, was this our spy as well? Yes, this was our spy. So we chased them off. We've thoroughly beaten them in battle. What I want now is for them to just retreat home. Although odd to me that their mercenary infantry are full strength. That's kind of weird. And let's see here with Pang Tong. This is Kingdom of Wu, Sao Chun. Really? I can't reach him? Like from all the way back here, I can't reach him? That just seems silly to me. Let's go ahead. Let's force march. Let's get right up on this fellow. He's not a spy or anything like that. These are going to be one turn. So even after the battle, they'll still most likely be one turn. He'll retreat. Fortunate for us, we don't need to move Pang Tong again. We can come out with our strategist. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And we can go ahead, we can delegate this. Off of his leg, out with his guts, I guess. I don't know. Now let's take the replenishment here. And then... Let's see. I don't think any of their armies are really going to form much of a threat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can't get like across the bridge. Can you do it? You did it once before. Okay, good. And our strategist, Ling Song, has gained a skill point. We'll pick precision here. Okay, so far so good. And let's look at diplomacy really quick. Are we at peace with Kingdom of Liang? We are. Thought that was the case. Let's just look at our quick deals. Are there any trade agreements? Our vassal, would you trade with me? What would this be worth? This would be worth almost 2,000. We should do this, even if it costs us a regular payment of 500, which it won't. Okay, I will give you 174 per turn for 1935 returned. That's awesome. What is controlling his attitude towards us, by the way? I don't understand the UI sometimes. Like, why can I not see his attitude towards me when I have him selected? Like, why do I have to have... But then it's showing their attitudes towards each other. I just want to see how you feel about me. Okay, now it's like... Why can't I just click here and still see it? I can click on my territory and see it. But as soon as I click on him, it takes it away. I don't I don't understand that. It's an odd choice of UI design. Strategic threat, faction influence, war atrocities against their friends, honorable treatment of soldiers of our enemies. So, who are their enemies? Lu Bu and Kingdom of War. So the more we execute Lu Bu and Kingdom of Wu's troops, the happier they're going to get over time. We could always like give them some stuff. We could give them some food. We got plenty of food, right? What if I gave you like 3 food? Just because. I give you 3 food. I'm so generous. I'm so generous. I have all this bread and fish and rice that I can give away. All right, let's come over here now. Let's start cycling through our armies and figure out what in the heck we were doing. Okay, we were on the verge of taking over all of this over here. Li Yuri, you're our vassal as well, right? Yes, you are. Do we have trade with you? How come I can't trade with you? Why can I not trade? Do they not have a trade route? I mean, somehow do we not have a... Both factions must have a free trade and also share a border between our territory and theirs. Well, it must be that they don't have a trade route because they're so tiny. That must be it. Unfortunate. Okay, let's take Lady Feng and let's go ahead and take this lumberyard. I can't remember exactly what I was doing with her. I think we should make this a night battle and hop in and fight this, reduce our casualties. Coming back into a campaign like this, like I can't remember what the heck the AI was doing and where they had all their troops positioned. I would have liked to have gone back and looked over the tail end of the previous stream before hopping in here, but like I said, I was busy deploying something for work, so... let's see. I think over here. No, maybe back here more. We got a nice hill that our artillery can be perched atop of. All right, so let's just drag these out, and then our infantry and our cavalry, guard them off. Almost forgot them. Wouldn't want to do that. Okay, this will work. We're going to do tons of damage to them, just coming out the gates here. Let us aim at their missile units. Get some spears and stuff going that way. Now what do we have? We have G militia. 1 unit of saber cav. 3 units of mounted lancer militia. What are these then? Saber militia. Okay, and we can speed this up, right? We pretty much know what's going to happen. Their resolve and morale is going to break from our devastating missile fire, artillery fire. These guys will break. They'll break over in there. You guys just don't seem like you're firing very fast. Come on, get some missile output. Okay, good damage back in there. Melt them, please. You as well. Trebuchets can aim way in the backfield now. You're pretty sure the plan was to complete the Eastern Peninsula? Yep, working on that now. and then obtain the northern provinces, such as Shuofang. Shuofang is where Lubu is, right? Like way up in the northwest. If I'm got my geography right. Yeah, Kingdom of Liang. You can't. We can't trust any of the kingdoms, right? The very fickle AI. They'll just keep turning on us, time after time. Yeah, let's. Oop! We got spears. Shoot the spears. Shoot the spears. Shoot the spears. Break them. Break them. Good. Keep shooting them though. Don't stop shooting them. Shattered. I love it. Yeah, we're running out of ammunition here. Like, seriously, you guys are still coming? You haven't just thrown in the towel yet and given up on this? And then... and then when we're out of ammo, they retreat back into the settlement. I gotta say, I'm not sure I like this behavior from the AI. It just makes things a little bit silly and tedious, but whatever. We'll do it. If it must be done. If it must be done. Okay, just get right to there. Okay, these guys are breaking. Now, it would be foolish to charge into a bunch of spears with my horses, so let's go ahead and just toggle the mounts for once. Dismount, folks. Off you go. Yep, there you go. Go get them. Get in there. Get in there. Show them no quarter. No mercy. No mercy. And then now let's bring our shot cav over to the other towers here. Oh, heavens to Betsy. You guys haven't given up yet? This is just silly. There you go. Get on them. Now they're breaking. Ma Chao, Lady Feng, and whoever this is. Just chilling in the back. Supervising, you know, a bunch of finger pointers. My grandma was a finger pointer. Growing up, I used to go to her house to, on the weekends a lot of times, to help her clean her house. Or, well, to help my grandpa clean their house, so he didn't have to suffer alone. Or my grandpa and I would be in the backyard gardening, pulling weeds for my grandma, and she would do nothing. She would just kind of stand, like she had a radius of effect, you know, she was like an area of effect buffer, and what she would do is just point her finger, and her finger was like this, it was almost like a worm that was half poking out of the ground. It would like wiggle around, and she'd be like, watch out for the thorns on the roses, and don't miss the weeds over there. And is he when did he get injured? I guess something happened to him. Anyway, she was a great finger pointer, a good supervisor of labor. So that's what they were doing. They were back up on the hill, supervising, finger pointing. Let's bring these units down this way. I think I have enough room for an ambush. And then we'll bring Liang Yang up behind. Beihai. Taishan. Do I really want to upgrade anything back here? I keep looking at them, and then I decide, no, I'm not going to do anything. All right, let's go back to some of our other armies. Oh, my. You guys got banged up pretty hard. I don't remember what we did over here. I guess we fought you. Not the famous Wen Shao, just a different Wen Shao. Oh, yeah. Zhu Liang. I remember fighting you now. Sort of. And then we were thinking, because this is us, that we might come up and take Chang'an. Right? We were thinking we might do that. It seems that we cannot get there on a single turn. So, my favorite strategy, move up part way, ambush and hide. So that's what we'll do. You know, it's rather silly, but you've definitely grown attached to Wen Anyang as a character, even more so than Wen Shu. I don't know. She just seems to have turned the Wen clan into a fierce force. Yeah. She's getting older. She's getting older. You'll be sad when she goes, but she will have served her kingdom well. Yeah, I don't know what it is with this playthrough and my Huangshao playthrough. Like, both faction leaders died just incredibly young, and it's not like they died in battle or anything foolish like that. They just croaked in their 50s. But Wen Anyang, she's been going for a long time. Where is she right now? She is in an army, is she not? Yes, she was defending over here. She's done very well with that. If she had reach, I'd make her the commander. But she's not only a good leader, but she's a good follower. So she's not leading the army here. He is, because he's got reach. I think we had plans to go west from here and east from here and try to get into Badong and some of this region. So we have Sun Ren is back on the field. And if I remember right, she was over here at one point, but it looks like they're bringing her this way. You found Yankong to be completely forgettable and did nothing really of use. Yeah, he was our faction leader for a while, and we had a really pathetic family tree while he was the faction leader. It was really nice to get a Yuan back in as the leader and restore our family tree. But no, he really didn't do much, and I do think I recruited him simply for the construction time reduction, but then I don't even think we had the surplus funds to really do a lot of construction while he was leading. So I don't really think we got to use him to his full effect. Okay, we got another spy over here. We got these guys. Are you Kingdom of Wu? Wang Shu. Okay. I think he's going to go after our fishing port. And I think that one army is sufficient over here. So, let's take the stronger of these two armies. Let's take the stronger of these two. And we'll assault the settlement. And the weaker will come back towards the fishing port. And we'll set an ambush. So if they come down here and take the fishing port, we'll just get it right back and wipe out another one of their forces, right? And if they don't take the fishing port, well, then great. They didn't take the fishing port. But this army, I think, should be sufficient up here, except for the fact that they can't reach it. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Well, let's just sit in their territory and encamp. Okay, and next turn we should be taking Longye, and then we'll have armies that, you know, they can all come down together. I think that'll work out fine. And Ma Chao was injured as part of the would-be assassin event. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was an event. He didn't get wounded in battle. We could try to push across here, but, you know, I'm just looking at this army moving up this way. So what I'm going to do, once again, we have a decent ambush chance there. They'll eat a lot of their movement just crossing the river, so we got roads. So we should be able to catch them if they do. Maybe. Ma Chao is lane. That popped in. Okay, now over here. We definitely want to build a garrison building here. And no, let's do the granary for the reserves. Now you're our vassal. Hopefully you're too weak to take Chang'an, the city, and hopefully we can just get it all. But we look pretty good back there. And this is our army that's moving east. And we have a military access with King Lujiang. And that's our spy. Okay, I think we can continue to move this way. Although, my goodness, it just feels like we can hardly move at all. That was a very, very short move. And you are just so incredibly banged up. What does the garrison itself look like for this trade port? The trade port garrison is actually not bad. I'm almost tempted to take both these characters and just get them away from this trade port for like a turn. No, why'd you stop? You did not need to stop short. So if they do attack the trade port, that would be, you know, a minor setback, but I don't want them to get sucked into that battle there if anybody does. And then we got Chang'an. Okay, we'll increase our income from industry. We still got 10,000 to spend. Looking at Nanyang, commerce and industry, and Shangyang is there. What about Runan? Runan can become quite wealthy if you invest into it. What about our city up here, Yi, where we were working on peasantry income? Oh, we can build in here. Good. Let's upgrade this. Let's spend 3,000. Let's see what happens. I want to see if we can like pump out our income there with peasantry. We're losing food here because we don't have this farm. I'd almost kind of like to just give them the city. Reduces population in adjacent commanderies. So we got minus 20,000 from migration. Do I have that like anywhere else? Minus 36,000? I'm confused. Why is the migration here so significant this season? I don't know. But we don't need this in here anymore because our population is capped anyway. So I'm going to demolish that. Now, I wish there was a way to like just cycle through specific buildings, because I'd like to see everywhere where I got this thing. Permanent labor housing. Okay, like we don't have any in here. It's real tedious to do it this way. We're demolishing that. We can upgrade the tea house. Honestly, that makes sense. I don't think they can reach it right now. Do I have any more of these population devastators? This looks like it could be one. No. It'd be really nice if there was like a building browser, just like a big tabular browser where you could sort by all the different effects or filter, and you could be like, show me all the buildings and all my commanderies that reduce population. Or, you know, it'd be nicer. It would be nicer if you could search for things that way. Okay, I think we're back at the beginning. All right. I don't really think there's much else I can do. How long before we get a reform? 4 turns. 4 turns. 10 satisfaction. Minus 20% character salary we could get. What are we spending on character salaries? It really shouldn't even be all that much, because we don't have titles or ranks anymore, or government positions. Like we can't. We can't assign anything, and these are all broken in my save now. Let's end our turn. Let's see what happens. I probably could try to send out some more spies. I think we're down to only 3 in Kingdom of Wu. But unless they have, like... I'd rather just hire turncoats, as that is a lot easier than trying to send spies to be recruited. Looks like they've gone to reinforce Longye, the city. But we've got a handful of armies that are ready to descend upon it. So, a lot of good that's going to do them. Liu Ping Min. Oh my goodness, she's walking right over towards our ambush. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I love it. I love it. Loyalty. This person's loyalty is unshakable. Is as unshakable as a great oak. For them, loyalty is not a matter of shifting allegiance to whoever holds power, but a permanent oath to a single person, never to be broken under any consequences. Qian Rui Min. Now, where are you? You are here. So she is very loyal. How far can we move? How come it's not showing me like her movement specifically? That was kind of funny. 70% chance of an ambush. Why, hello. How are you? Let's wait for them right here. They have Protectors of Heaven and other goodies. And we'll come up to here. We'll make it a night battle. I'm gonna delegate this one away. Okay, we got banged up slightly. We lost like a third of our force. We have 3,000. We lost about 1,000. Skill point here. Let's get Flaming Shot. Do I have anything good for you yet? This needs the Robe of the Omen Maker, not the Waking Dragon. We could boost his cunning up a little bit. The People's Justice, I wouldn't care about 6,000 population growth anyway, so he can have, what were you? The Inspector. Now. Boy, this is, they're in a really tough spot over here, the AI is. We're just closing in all around them. Do I have night battles? I'm going to delegate this as well. We'll take our... Yikes, that one hurt. But you know what? We'll take our chances with the auto-resolve on those. And expedite our progress. Imminent rebellion in Hene. We lose 61 food if I do a tax exemption there. Wow, that's fairly significant. Now what do we have here? Trade influence, income from commerce. I'll keep it. I'll keep this. I'm gonna get rid of the school because who needs education? No, it's just because we don't need it. Schools are good. Schools are good. That's not my official stance. A judiciary. Oh, so they do. Kingdom of Wu does have access to this. So this must be like a Kingdom of Wu type deal. And what we get instead is the Palace of Zhang. Aha, that makes more sense. Let's demolish it. I don't care about it. So even now that we got the city, which increases our food production, our food has dropped a lot. You know why our food has dropped a lot? Because this is a tier 10 city. We do not need a tier 10 city over here eating 46 food. We can drop it down 2 levels, so I'm going to drop that down. And how's Dong looking these days? It's looking okay. All right, so what are they going to do? Are they going to push out here? You're homeless now, right? I think you're homeless. Let's go say hi to Liu Pingmin, faction leader, caught in a forced march in our territory. That was pretty brutal. Faction regency for them, and that looks like a special ancillary. Take the money. And how far can I move and still go back in and go back into an ambush? Faction succession, Liu Pingmin. So what did I get? The twin Marshal Ji, an heirloom bow of Huang. Ooh, expertise and cunning. And a white thoroughbred, we got that earlier. Expertise and cunning. Let's give it to him. We can also boost his cunning a little bit with the scholar. Still don't have anything there. She's using twin Marshal Ji. We can boost her expertise and resolve. And give her the expertise horse. Oh boy. Which one? This one gives the most armor. You know, let's just equip him with that. Love your outfit. Looks great. Now, what do we want to do with this army? I'm inclined to think that we don't need it up here. Maybe let's take this army and let's go back towards Hene, where the rebellion is going to spawn. I think that's what we should do. Oh, see, I do have another one of these things that's killing my population in adjacent commanderies. So let's get rid of that one as well. I thought I cycled through everything. Must not have been everything. All the more reason to have a giant master list that makes it easier to search and find everything that you're looking for. Okay. We have a skill point in here, and why did you have a little notification? When I was scrolling by, he had one, but then it disappeared. Battle running speed. What's your retinue look like? Dongzhang, he's down here. Not the world's greatest retinue, but let's do battle running speed. Okay. Oh, we got more skill points with you. No, I didn't click apply. Okay, and then let's go look at some of our other armies here. So we are now moving down towards the lumberyard. It's going to take multiple turns, so we'll just come this far. That's Huang Zhang's unique bow, hence why there's high expertise. I figured it was a unique item for somebody. Especially the stats are really good on it, and then also the name is kind of an indicator, right? We need to upgrade that. And then over here. Oh boy, let's see. I wonder if she can get down into the lumberyard. It doesn't look like she can get there quite yet. We need to bolster Ling Song's army. He needs more. He needs more. Let's come in. Why does my movement feel so tiny? Is it just because I'm used to Sun Tzu's campaign where we can move like halfway across the map? I mean, does this seem reasonable? This little itty bitty bit of movement? Because to me, it seems like it's like way too little. Let's see what we can recruit in here. Doesn't get along with our son. We could recruit off the general pool here. If there's somebody that we like. But first, I'm going to go ahead and get Kongqian Kong. And then if I'm going to recruit off the general pool, I want to make sure that like they all at least get along. This character looks okay. Ooh. Lubu, Duchy of Song. Lubu, you're a spy. We're at war with Lubu, so can't trust you. Chuen Kong. You are less likely to be a spy. So let's go ahead and get Chuen Kong. And let's just add in some... These are mounted lancer militia. So let's get lance cavalry. And then let's swap these for lance cavalry. Swap those for lance cavalry. And then we'll just add some mounted saber militia. Now over here, we need to have at least like one army that's good, right? So we got regular archers, defenders of earth. All right, let's get some protectors. They're expensive as all heck, but let's get them. And then 2 rapid tiger infantry. Let's deck them out with some gear here. Resolve and expertise. All right, you're gonna get the forged iron scale. You'll get the expertise horse. I'll give you expertise and resolve. Why did I give this guy expertise? He's resolve. But I don't really have a resolve horse, so whatever. Resolve and satisfaction, and then expertise and instinct. And his melee evasion will be garbage. 9 resolve. I'm going to give him that one instead. Now, over here with you. We're going to give you the champion's leather. 20% melee armor piercing damage for the army. Give you the heirloom spear to complete the set. I'm going to give you the regular horse. Military expert. And we'll give you the rooster. Now over here, oh, you get nothing. Waking dragon. Enable stock for his retinue. Even without this stuff. Oh, the mandate of war. We don't have that. We don't really need it. And the black dragon we don't have either. Okay, you can have the authority sword, fine. I'll give you the authority horsey as well, even though it doesn't make any sense. You know what? Let's give you more authority. Maybe your retinue will stand strong forever. Nah, they've only got +2. +2 morale from all of his whopping authority. Not going to give you anything else. Maybe we'll give you the military supply thingy. Whatever. Okay, so this army's recruiting, and now we're in a pretty decent position over here specifically. And we could probably defend Changsha for quite a while. And if we can make decent progress back in here, with the army coming in from the west and the army coming in from the east. Oh, let's see. Did I already move you? I did. Should I force march? It's kind of risky. It's kind of risky. No, I'm not going to force march. It's just too risky. Let's look at who else hasn't moved. You guys are on defense, or you gals, I should say. So, I mean, that's our move, eh? That's our move. That's the whole deal? No. What about back here? Yeah, I can take the Jade Mine. So let's get this. Okay. And then when we get Chang'an the city, we'll be in pretty good shape. Man, you are awfully confident in yourself to still be sitting there. I don't see any possible reinforcements for him, so if he wants to wait one turn and then attack with a weakened force, I'll let him do it. Although, where does the trade port end? That's trade port. This is small regional city. So if he does manage to take it, we'll still be replenishing, and then we have plenty of movement to go back and get it. So I think that's our moves for right now. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's give them a chance. See if they can do anything. They won't be able to do much. They've moved an army into Chang'an. Ambush succeeded. Lady Feng, Ma Chao, and Ren Xai. Let's go ahead and we'll make it a night battle and take it to the battlefield. The game is predicting a close defeat. I don't think so. I don't think so. Looks like there's a little clearing right here. Now, is that at the front or the back of their line? Aha! This looks good. This looks promising. Wow, this is nice. Okay, so we'll do a trebuchet there, trebuchet here, and we'll just try to cut them off. And our heavier spears in front. So let's make a, I don't know, a circle there and a circle there. And then let's put some G militia there and there. Ma Chao's got the wedge, so I'm going to put Ma Chao just right here. And we got quite a few missile units. These are archers, and then archer militia. So how about if we put archer militia. Okay, so if they do want to charge into the archers, they'll pick the militia over the regular archers. But then we'll go here, 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 and here. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we got a bunch of cav. Whoops, Ma Chao, you need to go back to where you were. Right, like that. Now we've got a hill formation here. They're hidden. We'll put these militia units hidden there as well. These shot cav. And the infantry there. So if we're going to do that, maybe what we should do is put the G unit right there. And then let's make them 3 and 4. Or 3 and 4. Okay, here we go. And we're just going to start off firing at him. He's going to melt. And then we'll shoot our trebuchets at their archer militia there. He's already breaking. Oh yeah, and then let's throw caltrops and caltrops. Okay, they've spotted us there. It's really annoying how missile units don't like to open fire on ambushes, even though they have fire at will turned on. Let's hit the mercenary infantry back there. Okay, he's already broken. But we are taking some casualties here. So let's bring our cav now this way. Let's just bring them back. And we'll charge in with that unit. They're wavering. They're broken. Our cav is broken, I mean. Okay, we got him there. They have not spotted us back here yet. Okay, get on that. They've charged into our G unit there. Okay, let's come up this way. What happened to our other cav unit? Did they break? Let's bring Ma Chao over. Okay, let's run that down. Ma Chao will wipe out the other unit there. Run them down. They still have not found us over here. Well, they may have now with this unit. Okay, let's shoot the missiles and the missiles. God, missile units. You got guard mode turned on. Stop doing that stuff. Strategist is broken. Let's shoot the mercenary infantry. And let's turn on fire arrows. Oh my goodness. These missile units have got the most severe brain damage. We really need like a quality of life fix for that stuff. Because they rush off. They shouldn't do that. Okay, let's go get the mercenary guys. Let's put Ma Chao into a wedge. Okay, let's run them down. Okay, now our cav charging in here should break this stuff. Yeah. Ma Chao will go down that way. Get them. Get them. Guard mode off. Run them down. Come out of your circle. Go run that stuff down. Go get on that. Ma Chao in there. Lady Feng that way. What's your name again? Ren Xai. I should know that because you've been in our campaign for a very long time. Okay, they're being shattered. Okay, let's charge into these guys here. And that should be all she wrote for this battle. We're just waiting for them to break. And let's run things down. Rav is pretty sure that we don't have the 15% campaign movement range reform. There are a lot of reforms that you don't have that you desperately need. All due to bad replenishment at the beginning. Yeah. All right, so we're done running them down. And they have nowhere to go because we've now taken all the territory up here. So they can't go anywhere to replenish. Oh my goodness, the Imperial Jade Seal. One of them was running around with that, it looks like to me. Another Champion's Leather, a White Stallion, and a Feather Fan. And I'll take the 7% replenishment too. That was entirely unexpected to pick up the Jade Seal. I could have used that a couple turns ago because we had she's going to leave our coalition. We had satisfaction problems. I had to release a few characters last time we streamed because we don't have a way to make people happy anymore. We don't have any titles or ranks that we can use. So Zhang Jiang left our coalition, the Kingdom of Jiang's coalition. Noble birth for Ren Lanping. Oh my goodness, Ren Zai. He has time to set up an ambush and make a child. Although, you know, realistically, the child was made a few months prior to the ambush. Ascetic or greedy? Wen Anyang and Gangji, or Wen Anyang and Wang Zhai? Or it's Gong, huh? Gangji. Where are you? Where are you? I don't even know where you are. Okay, we'll pick that one. Doesn't really matter all that much. Peng Tong is now understanding, so he's picked up a little bit of cunning and resolve or expertise. Whatever it was. Oops. Sieges and blockades. Now, did they stop me from demolishing it? They did. Shame on them. Well, let's see. What is the better way to do this? I think Lady Feng will help out here with Jiang Shujie. This will be the end of their faction. Take the replenishment. They retreat. Can she reach them? Oh, she could. Wow. It really didn't look like she could. Let's just go ahead and delegate once more. Should be faction destroyed. Who doesn't love a good beheading? And Tao Pai's faction is gone. One more. One less insolent pest to worry about. And let's like swing back this way. If they try to go this way to avoid our armies over here, then they can walk into another ambush and die. Outside of that, though, we don't really have to pursue them. Okay, our demolishings will continue as planned there then. And If they try to come up this way, they'll walk into another ambush over here. My guess is they'll just go into the water and skedaddle on out of here. But we need to protect Guangling. And we can force march and get in here and protect it. And it looks like the Wen have finally reclaimed the Imperial Seal. Thankfully, they obtained it legitimate this time. Yes. Yeah, speaking of the Imperial Seal, let's give it to somebody. Really? The best we can do for you is a pig? Well, here you go. Faction-wide morale when defending, prestige, authority. Oh, good. And, you know, authority. That's her trait. Cool. We'll give it to her. Okay, so they are up Doo-Doo Creek there without a paddle. We've got a rebellion forming over here. Let's come into the river through Dong, up onto the land. That's as far as we can move. So next turn we can wipe out the rebellion. What can I build in here? Oh, we don't have an inn yet? Ooh. Inn would actually be kind of nice. Because we got 535% increase to commerce. So multiply this by 5. That's 1,000. Let's build that. Let's upgrade this. We're going all the way here. Going all the way there. And then in here, a small paltry amount of food, or we've already got the state workshops. You know, let's just go for the commerce. Yeah, we got some buildings we can build there finally. Ping Yuan, looking good. Taishan. Ping Yuan, if we wanted to. We could get quite a bit of food back if we just dropped it down by a couple levels too. We don't really need tier 10 cities. Let's downgrade it by 1. Over here, what's this? Commerce and trade income. Oh boy, Yangzhou, we got lots of building we can do. What is our corruption here? We're at 0. What's our corruption in Guangling? 52. So, you know, I'm going to do the corruption reduction in adjacent commanderies, and then... Do I not have that building chain in here? I guess I don't. That's kind of where we're hurting here. So, what do I want to get rid of? I'm going to get rid of this one here, because we still have the farm. So I'm going to get rid of the land registry office. And we'll build the corruption reduction building. Okay, baby steps. I'm not going to try to change everything at once, just a little bit at a time. Okay, now we can do more upgrades over here. 16% corruption and 0 there. That's because we have the administrator. So let's I'm at 6,400. Let's build that, and we'll upgrade that. Ying Chuan, we need state workshops. I can't afford it. So we'll come back to that. Is this a school? I'm going to demolish that too, because I don't need any more character experience over there. That all looks pretty good, right? And so now this might push them down this way, where we're lying in ambush once more. So I'm not going to move him. I'll just leave him where he is. This is our spy. He's got some stuff back. And then Sun Ren, what is this? Like, why is she walking backwards down the mountain? I mean, she was over here heading this way. So what? She like, I don't get it. Did she go through here and come back around? Oh, what's going on up here? I have an administrator. Oh yeah, I've had that for a while, haven't I? I wanted to sort out my armies before I assigned an administrator. So I guess Cao Yanyu could go in and administer something. But let's attack Badong. Let's fight this battle manually, because I want to reduce my casualties. So we'll make it a night battle, and we'll engage. We got lots of crossbows, and if I remember right, we do have increased crossbow damage. It would also make sense to replace somebody in this army with a sentinel to get even more missile damage in this force, if we wanted to min-max things. This looks good right here. Now, do we got fire arrows? We do. Okay, the Jian Sword Guard Cav are going to have the best missile block chance. Okay, so let's go fire arrows. I don't think I need my deployables. Let's just let's cruise up to here. They'll probably shoot the towers at those, maybe. And we want to be accurate with our fire arrows, because we don't have a whole lot of fire damage that we can use to burn out the towers. And we do have to enter the settlement here because we don't have trebuchets or war machines. Okay, and that's probably good. And that's by itself probably good. Yep. Okay, so let's pull back there. It's way too much fire damage for them to put out. We have our peasant bands, our G units. Yes, Zhang Feng was incredibly upset with us not giving him a high court position, as well as a few others, including Zhao Liao. Utterly ungrateful. I agree. Although, in this campaign in particular, I don't know how Wenshu plays now with the new titles and ranks and whatnot, but one of the challenges in the Wenshu campaign is, in the beginning, there's lots of satisfaction problems. Like, almost everybody is incredibly dissatisfied. And I had similar problems in Sun Ce, but it wasn't like super problematic, you know, because of the ranks or titles that you're able to assign to people was really beneficial and staving off those satisfaction issues. But then money kind of became a problem in that campaign. But I mean, we made it through without too much issue. Now, I don't know if Sun Ce, are you going to shoot your arrows or not? I don't know if Sun Ce or Wenshu still has massive satisfaction problems at the beginning with the titles and the ranks. Oh my god, you guys are like, what are you doing? These guys are just getting demolished because they refuse to shoot their arrows. You dingalings. Alright, both of these can now come back, I think. And let's get our crossbows moving up. I'm gonna take the fire arrows off. We'll use these archers to take out the captains and the G units. We'll use our crossbows to shoot the spear warriors and anything that's more heavily shielded. And I'm gonna bring some cav up this way. Turn guard mode off on all my cav. And let's bring some cav out over here. Maybe the shot cav can just rush in through the back when we need them to. And maybe we'll bring our champion with us. Okay, come up to about here. Fire at will turned off on them. And let's bring our two commanders off this way. Okay, so now we've got people moving into position. And we don't want to move too close because we don't want to get in range of that tower. But we also don't want to move in the range of missile units that they have in the backfield, such as the archer militia there. Okay, and the purpose of this retinue... Well, if they can't see us, they might bring those spears away. Now, are we getting shot anywhere here? Okay, I want to shoot the spear warriors. And the spear warriors. Why are you like this, Three Kingdoms? Why do you do this? Why do you got to go way up there like that? You got plenty of range. And it's because it slopes inward. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's unload on these guys a little bit more. We've drawn their archers forward. So now I kind of just need to shoot at them. Yeah, they're breaking again. Let's just come right up to there. Come right up to there. You guys shooting? What are you doing? Like, shoot. You're pretty sure none of the enemy units have any ranged resist, as spear warriors don't have shields, so you can use any ranged units you like without too much hassle. Oh, okay. I thought the spear ones would maybe be a little bit more protected. Here we go. We got a nice charge right here. So let's take it. All right, let's move up. Yeah, we broke that. Let's come back around and let's shoot spear warriors in the back, and we'll just set up shop over there. Okay, they're shuffling around a fair amount. Okay, there we go. Bringing our units back that way. And bringing our commanders up. Let's shoot the G militia. No, pull back, pull back, pull back. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Okay, let's send our captains in. Or commanders. Okay, they are wavering and not braced. So this unit's just going to get... They didn't even make it to the charge. They broke. Alright, you know what? Fire at will. Fire at will, fine. Okay, let's start coming this way. Down through here. Okay, we're still good over there. So now as we push our way in, they're going to get all clumped up and our bolts will just do massive damage. We are standing in range of the tower there. We got a entrance in the back here. Okay, let's start sending those shot cav around. Oh, it looks like we got a nice rear charge here. Okay, we're charging in the spears back there. That's bad, but whatever. There you go. Okay, so we probably took a fair amount of damage here. No, we actually came out of that okay. Not braced. Okay, they do have infantry captain back here. Come on, dude. Need you up here as well. Let's ignore the spears in the back and push up onto the archers. Okay, everything's breaking. Okay, now let's just capture the center. All of these guys can dismount. And fight the spears on foot. You can dismount too. Let's see, these guys are not braced. Although, what the heck kind of charge was that? That was funky. Let's come around this way. Okay, they're starting to waver. They're all wavering. Okay. You might be wrong, but you think the spear units have anywhere between 7 and 12 combat resist? They're pretty much the replacement for Xi militia, so they're a pretty low tier unit. Decent enough against cav when used correctly, but pretty much expendable otherwise. Okay. Yeah, I know when I fight defensive battles with the garrisons like this, like I always consider the spears slightly better than the Xi units. So if there's an entrance that I know I'm going to lose, but I just want to hold them a little bit, I'll use a Xi unit. And I usually put the spears back where I plan to fight the major portion of the defense. Okay, so that's the lumberyard at Badong is now ours. But then we have this. We have this. This is our spy too. Zhuge K. Or Zhuge Ka? Would it be Zhuge Ka? Oh, we do have a turncoat, but I spent all my money, huh? I did. I spent all my money. But we can still assault units on Zhuge Ka. Poison provisions is what it's technically called. We have 30 and 7 is the cost for that. So we can do it again. And we can even do it again. And then we can build our undercover network. And what the hey, we can build our undercover network again. And then we can pick one more person and build undercover network once more. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, hopefully, like maybe when you do lots and lots and lots of spy actions at once, maybe that's what causes your spies to get caught. Because we've had a few that have been caught somewhat unnecessarily to me. But let's see here now. Is he all set to go? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to ambush. If they walk through here, we want to make sure that we don't kill the Vanguard. And let's just zoom out and go to our diplomacy view. Okay, Zhuge Liang. It looks like he's in Chang'an. Okay, we look okay there. I'm not that worried about these armies. Again, this is our spy as well. So we'll leave all that be. Not going to worry about it. Let's zoom in over here. Zhuge Ke. Zhuge Ke. Now, where was that person again? Zhuge Ke. Meh. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm going to hold off on the administrator position a little while longer. I just don't think we need to assign it right now. And who are you? Wenlong. This is the potential turncoat, I believe. So what I want to do here is, I think I want to poison Wenlong's army. Do that a couple times. He's right there. 30 and 7. Three times in a row is pretty heavy-handed, but let's go ahead. Let's do it. Oh shoot. Oh no, I wasn't keeping a close enough eye on my my undercover network. Darn. So I just spoiled 15 undercover network, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Not a problem. All right. And then these armies over here. So lots of spies working together to hamper and slow down Kingdom of Wu. Strip them of their defenses where possible. Let's come up to here. 70% chance of an ambush. Let's go over to here. They might try to push back down this way. They might just try to push up here and fight us. I think with the poison provisions that we did, we could probably just take the settlement. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and try to bring up multiple armies at once to get in there. Okay, and then we can keep going this way. Oh my god, 5 turns? You serious? Well, going up this way is really not that much better, but it's what's available to us. I think that's it for our movement. Yeah, I think now we need to just wait and see what the AI is going to do. We spent most of our money. The Zhuge family is rather extensive, but so his name would be Zhuge Liang then, right? was arguably the most impressive of them all. Zhuge Ke did serve under Wu as part of the later dynasty, but was incredibly arrogant and big-headed. Okay, Lady Sun has not yet attacked. Ahaha! They tried to escape. It did not work. It did not work. I'll make it a night battle and delegate. Ended up dying in disgrace due to being betrayed by his own. Well, you know, you got to make people like you, see, because people will turn on you. If people don't genuinely respect you, they'll turn on you. Here's something I've learned in life, like expanding on that. If people disagree with you, but they don't have any reason to like really dislike you, they'll generally just part ways like peacefully. If people disagree with you and they don't like you or they don't respect you, like 95% of people will again peacefully part ways. But then there's this like 5%, of course it's completely made up, but the statistic, but 5% of people are like vindictive, evil, and mean, and they will try to punish you if they dislike you and don't respect you. So it's generally a good idea to, you know, not make enemies, generally speaking. Let's see. We need to replace our dead general. He was a vanguard. Is it somebody I just hired? Like, didn't I just hire this guy? No, because the vanguard I picked up, I actually recruited units for him, and he was not that bad. Are you the one that I thought was a spy? Gosh, you look like a spy. What if I don't replace him? What if I just close it? If I quit now, I could lose my units. All right, fine. I'm going to lose my units. Quen Kong, or Chuen Kong, was captured. Ah, it's their spy. We've captured a spy. Okay. I have long sought a worthy master to banish the chaos. Allow me to lend my talents to your cause. Release as a counter spy. It's not telling me. Must be Kingdom of Wu. So let's release him as a counter spy. Go back. Go back to your faction. Zhang Jiang signed a peace treaty with Duchy of Song. Lu Bu signed a peace treaty with Duchy of Song. Kingdom of Wu signed a peace treaty with Kingdom of Liang. Uh-oh, Kingdom of Liang. Not at war with Kingdom of Wu, so they're probably going to declare war on me soon. Kingdom of... No, they were spying against us. They were trying to extract a spy. And we caught them, and then we released them as a counter spy. Infant mortality. Huang Chuzhang. Darn it. Rui Xun. Oh, bummer. Now, that was in Lady Feng's army? No, that's Ren Xai. Really? You didn't get wiped out, huh? Let's see if we can catch him. Okay, we did. Betrayed by his own soldiers, then. So would this be pronounced as Zhang Zhe? Like if the KE is Ker, then this would be Zhe. I'm just guessing. Leather of the Fire Phoenix. Guerrilla deployment for own army? What the heck? For the entire army? Wow, that's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. That's a nice piece of kit. Okay. We are now ready to descend upon the south. We're going to end up moving in over here, I think, to Jianye with all these armies. We got like 3 armies up here ready to push across this river. Okay, so that was pretty good. Traits gained. Louis Hui Min is now tranquil. Lots of building stuff. Don't we always have lots of building stuff? We got some friends. Ambushes. Our ambush has been discovered. Okay, so we didn't fool them. What a shame. I got to get my food back up. It's been negative for a little while here. Our reserves are going to go down due to food shortage. Well, after wintertime, it should maybe bounce back up. Do I have any champions that I can deploy for food assignment? I have Win Pie. Sort by food. Chen's got the most food. 50% food production. Off you go, buddy. It would be Je. Okay, so ZE is Je, but a KE is Ker? This is the most pathetic movement. Okay, let's get into the city. We do have building upgrades that we can go through. Oh boy, they've really got themselves into a pickle here. So Lujiang and this guy and the garrison. Could we take all of that with this army? Are these militia? No, these are archers. It's possible. What if I were to come all the way up? Okay, we might have a big battle on the horizon right there. Okay, so you think you're going to move up into here? Who's leading this force? Zhang? Here's our counter spy. He's going to defect in 7 turns. Like hell you will. Yeah, where's Mr. Who? Is it Zhang? I think that's who it is, right? Yeah. All right, let's poison provisions. 30 and 8. Commit. Poison provisions. Commit. And then let's go ahead and build undercover network. We can build undercover network again with him. Okay. Ja. Not Ja. Imagine if you're saying the start of survival, but making it a strong Z instead of an S. Survival. I don't know. I think I'll always be bad at it. I'll always be bad at it. Survival, but making it a strong Z. Survival. Survival. Okay. We're good here. We're good there. Oh boy, it's going to take us forever to get into this water. But it would also take them forever to move up and attack us. So at the very least, we can force march and get a little bit closer. Now, Lady Sun. She is encamped. Oh no, our spy's unbreakable. He's unbreakable. Oh, darn. So, if we go into this battle, he has to die if we go into this battle. Which is not desirable, right? We'd have to kill him. We could try to auto-resolve it and he might survive. Or we just extract him. But then we lose this. We lose the ability to screw with their faction. I could do a military revolt. And then we get them back into our faction. We can send them off to go do something else. It's a little expensive. All right, you know what? I'm going to... Why do I have to click on anything? Oh, boy. Well, he's been in there for a while. He did what he could, and now he pops out. So we got a military revolt. Sun Ren's army disappears. Oh, my goodness. That's so cheap. That's so cheap. And let's, you know what? Let's just leave him right where he is. And let's get in front and set up an ambush. Okay, we're ambushing there, and he'll just go back into his camp stance. There's no way they can not attack this, right? Like, they're going to have to push up and attack that. They can't resist. And it's like the biggest piece of cheese. They love that kind of stuff. Here's where our character died of old age. I thought it was the guy that I just recruited, but it was showing like a crappy retinue when I was trying to find a replacement. But it looks like we can come up and take the toolmaker. We'll bring both armies, and then we'll maybe recruit again with him. Let's starve him out. Hopefully that's close enough to assist. Should be. And we should be able to delegate this safely. A rare talent. We've gotten another character. Picked up somebody else. Willing to spy. He's a tactician. It's going to take him a while to get all of his ranged, like his good range skills. But that's okay. We're not in any hurry here with that kind of stuff. Guerrilla deployment for you. You're a spy. Lubu, Duchy of Song Lubu, you're a spy. I don't want to have duplicate classes in here. And they don't get along with these characters, so forget it. I'm not going to recruit. I'm not going to recruit. I'm kind of disgruntled about that. Let's clean up this retinue a little bit, right? So what do we got? We got defenders, Treb, bolt thrower. Let's replace this with a trebuchet. Crossbowmen. I guess we can keep the crossbowmen. Or no, you know what? Let's replace this with crossbowmen, and then let's take this crossbowman and replace it with... How about some protectors? And then we don't need all these archer militia and you, so let's start cleaning this up. Aha, warriors of the left. How much are these per turn? 265. Okay, let's get warriors of the left. Warriors of the left. I still have money I can spend upgrading my settlements. Lance Cav. Lance Cav. Let's do Rapid Tiger, Rapid Tiger. And then I want to replace this stuff. So we'll go protectors. Getting expensive. And then how about here? How about some mounted crossbows? Yeah, let's try some mounted crossbows. You might be able to have some fun with that. Okay. And then now, creeping up this way. You know what? Maybe this is where the guy died. Because this retinue is now weaker as well. Looks like they're going to attack our trade port. Are we at war with you, Tianyu? We are. So let's come back down to here. Our favorite ambush spot right there. 95% chance. Okay. We are replenished enough with Lady Feng. We'll let this army continue to replenish because we can move pretty close to her. And they can continue replenishing. Okay, they've moved into there. I think we're going to have a big battle there. I think we're going to have a nice big showdown. Yeah. I think that's what we're left with for this turn. Okay, so over here. They cannot retreat. Am I able to attack it? Okay, so I can attack that. Now, the next question is can I get an army up in the reinforcement range? And I can, right here. So we want to get right... like right there. And we should get the reinforcements. Yep. And then we can probably even bring this army... for extra reinforcements. But you know what? I think we'll leave them back to keep the trade port safe. So here we go. They can't retreat. All of their stuff comes out. Their garrison comes out. They do outnumber us. They should. Or no, because one of their armies is slightly weakened. Let's go ahead. Let's start the battle. It's predicting a close defeat for us. We'll see how we do here. With any luck, their reinforcements will come on near us. And we can just pummel them with missile fire and stuff as they come onto the field. And our reinforcements may be coming on behind them, yeah. Okay, so we don't want to beat around the bush. We want to, like, hit them right away. So I'm going to put our war machines just right like this. Our crossbow there. We're going to move up with our war machines immediately for the most part. Our axe units. These guys are going to be on war machine detail. Our missiles will be here. We don't have a lot of cav, but we're going to set them back this way. And forget my deployables. Let's just start moving up. Okay, and our cav. Okay, now all this stuff over here. Okay, they're back that way. So we're going to go there. And there. Come on, get on the battlefield. Oh, they're very tired. That's right, because they force marched, and they'll go there. Okay, they have essentially dodged our artillery, so we need to keep moving up. And they have mercenary cavalry defenders, Imperial Sword Guard. They got some good stuff. But I think we'll be okay here. Our artillery's awfully slow, though. Let's bring these guys out. Let's get in here and cause some trouble. If we can. And then we want to go like maybe like that. Like that. Like that. Like this. Let's bring these 3 generals. Okay, everything here is still creeping up. You can see they're bringing some war machines, or I'm sorry, some cavalry to our flanks. So these guys were on like flank detail. So let's get them there. But then bring our generals and our cav. Okay, now who's got the shields over here? These are Jian Sword Guard. We'll bring them up here. But then our shot cav and stuff around the back. Jian Sword Guard. Come on, war machines. Okay, now they're going to go there. And we're going to deploy like that. And protect our rear. And then we'll protect our front there. And can we start hitting stuff? It looks like we can. Where's my bolt thrower? Are they shooting us here yet? Maybe a little bit. Not that much. Let's get around behind them. Let's bring that stuff that way. Okay, here they come. Okay, trebuchets. Shoot the defenders there. Let's bring these guys back this way. Bring it around the side there. It is a bit laggy. Just a wee bit. Okay. Guard mode is off. Okay, we've essentially broken them, and we're getting lots of missile fire and stuff in here. Keep protecting our flanks. Protect our rear. Oh my god. The lag is real. Okay, let's charge in here. Charge in there. Charge into that strategist. You go in there. You three come up and then just bounce back. You guys shoot that. Let's ground fire just all out in here. Trebuchet, shoot that. Or I'm sorry, ballista, shoot that. Okay, let's loop around the side. What do we look like over here? Okay, hit that unit. You guys come back this way. How are we doing back here? Okay, let's bounce out. Bounce out, bounce out. You guys are there. You bounce out. Oh my god, the lag. The lag is real. Let's come around the side here. Okay, now this is where we're ground firing with our trebs. So we want to be careful we don't run into it. Let's go back that way. You get on that. You run out. And we got these guys and these guys charging over there. You guys are going to hit this stuff. You guys are going to come off that way. You're going to go over here. Guard mode's going to be off. No. You're not supposed to be caught. Okay, you go back up that way. Let's charge in here. Basically everything in our reinforcing army, guard mode off. Okay, let's charge in there. Charge in there. You guys intercept all that stuff. Okay, let's charge in here. You get on him. You get there. You get there. You survived. Let's get you out. Let's get these guys back this way. Oh my goodness. And it's very choppy. Okay, war machines, ground fire. No, ground fire. Why? You guys have dropped your war machine for some stupid reason or other. Okay, you guys shoot there then. Get on that. Okay, we've broken that. Let's come back in here on this. Stay on that. Stay on that. Don't die. Hit the mercenary infantry. Bring our generals back down that way. What do we look like over here? We got stuff everywhere. Like, I can't even keep track of everything that's going on. It's way too much. Yeah, let's bounce out. Bounce out. Get on him. Get on the mercenary cav. Where's our shot cav back here? Get on the archers. You can ground fire in there now. Let's hit that. Let's come around. Are you me or them? You're them. Why are you guys facing the wrong way? Rather comical. Get on this stuff here. Okay, he's broken. They're broken. Let's get back in here. On second thought, let's avoid the protectors or whatever those are. Let's throw some units in here. Let's throw that in there. I think we can take our circle formation off. Yeah, they're starting to waver. Let's get on this guy. Let's charge in there. You guys come back this way. You guys get on those defenders. You guys are there. You're coming up this way. You come up and back. Okay, you're going to get the defenders, and you're going to go here. Yeah, we broke back there. It's okay. We can start coming up this way. Bring some of this stuff back. Let's rear charge here. You're on that. You're on that. You've got that. You're coming this way. You're going to rear charge. Let's bring you on the hill. Let's bring you this way. Where are you going, bolt thrower? Shoot him. Win long. You go get him. You go get the saber infantry. You guys just come way back over here. You go get the protectors. Can you break this, please? I know you can do it. I believe in you. Circle off. Okay, I can see there's some comments in chat there. I'll look at them in just a moment. But this is like a big affair, keeping track of all this stuff. We got reinforcements coming on. Their reinforcements, so. Lujiang. Let's go intercept him there. It looks like they're kind of getting the upper hand in here. That would make sense because I'm like barely even keeping an eye on it. Yeah, but we can start to close in on that stuff. We've wiped out this stuff. Get back on him. Yeah, let's charge in here. Our generals must be really tired if they haven't broken the saber infantry there yet. They got more stuff creeping in the back. This is now breaking in here. Good. Let's get on him. Okay, this should break these guys. That rear charge. Let's go get on the archers. Let's pull out with our cav there. Okay, that stuff's broken. Let's come up that way. Shoot that so they don't return. Okay, that stuff's all broken. Let's push up. Let's get in there. He's starting to break. This stuff is giving up. Okay, we got Pearl Dragons. We want to avoid them with our cav. They got lots of stuff still trickling in back there. Okay, stay there. Come on, get the dragons. Boom, 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 boom. Just pull back, all of you. Maybe we can shoot those guys way in the back there. Let's push up. Stay on that, please. Keep bringing it this way, please. Yeah, we got lots of missile units coming onto the field back there. Okay, that's the sword guard. Okay, these guys, let's come up this way. Okay, they're coming on more or less fresh. Oh, they got spears in there. They got crossbows as well. What am I forgetting in my backfield? Got a bunch of stuff over there. Okay, we're going to try to get around with our generals. I suppose you guys could come back. These guys could come up. Okay, so now we're looking at the battle from their side of things. Let's charge in. Let's charge in. Charge in. Okay, let's pull back because they're gonna chase us with those units. Let's get on their general. Come around the side. Okay, these spears are problematic. Or the G infantry captain, I should say. Which of our generals are losing lots of health? She's kind of going down. We need to get on this infantry captain quickly. Alright. Let's pull back. They're breaking. Man, this has been a lengthy battle. Wow. Let's come back in there. Let's come back in here. Okay, they're starting to break in here a little bit, maybe. Let's go get the crossbows and the archers. These guys are holding there. Bring that unit up. Bring these units over. Guard mode off on our infantry. Okay, let's bring our generals in here. Yeah, we're starting to waver over here a little bit. Oh my god, these crossbows. I don't think they have very many units trickling back onto the field. Let's get a cavalry charge right here. Okay, we've nearly got that stuff out of here. Let's take 3 generals and go that way. Let's take 3 generals and go that way. Let's start falling in on the back here. I still got some defenders they can do a little bit of damage with. Let's get on their general. Okay, but I think now we've finally got the upper hand here. That was a big bloody battle, as predicted. Hello, Curade plays games. How you doing? I saw your message a little while ago, but I was just like so busy watching everything that was going on in here, didn't get the chance to respond to it till now. All right, so I think they're starting to finally throw in the towel and give up. That should be the victory, I think. Come on. I think everything's retreated, yeah. Boy, that was a battle. So let's see here. The soundtrack makes you want to flood your apartment and start going around it planting rice, wearing nothing but old, discolored, dusty robes. Make sure you pull your drawers out, too, so that you can make proper terrorist farming. We have captured a Wen Shao with a professional's raiment and a Lujiang with a devious attendant. I'm going to take the 3% replenishment. Let's see. The soundtrack is fitting for the current battle, seemingly going well so far, even though there's a clear difference in quality of troops, comparatively speaking. Is melee the way to go in Three Kingdoms? Like compared to Warhammer, you have much more melee than your usual meat shield for the archers. Yeah, melee units in Three Kingdoms they're still pretty good. I mean, missile units almost always fare best, especially once you get like good missile damage upgrades. I think the big difference between like melee and missiles versus Warhammer and Three Kingdoms is that in Warhammer there's so many different bonuses and boosts that you can get to your missile units. And so in Warhammer, when you go redline with your generals, you can get the artillery damage, and then you can get missile damage, and of course increased ammunition and sometimes rate of fire or armor piercing. And just having those, what would it be, 6, 7, 8, 9 points spent in the red line for a Warhammer army gives you a significant missile damage increase. And then when you combine it with magic and the ability to lock units in place with single lords, heroes, and generals that have high ward saves, potion of toughness, healing, and all that, I think the meta around missile units in Warhammer is more heavily, it leans more towards missile units for Warhammer. And Three Kingdoms, you can get some pretty good bonuses for your missile troops. Like if you have the brilliant trait, which gives you more ammunition. If you have I think Sentinels give you more armor piercing damage with missiles, and then if you have like a strategist leading, that has increased rate of fire, and then a few ancillaries and things, or depending on who's in your court as prime ministers, you can get some pretty incredible missile bonuses in Three Kingdoms as well. But when you're playing in romance mode, you don't have those single tar pit units that can hold them down as well. Or I'm sorry, when you're playing in records mode. I can't remember what I said. But if you're playing in romance mode, some of the characters are quite durable and maybe would work a little bit closer to like the Warhammer style of battle, where you got like a single strong entity that can pin things in place while your missiles just barrage them with damage. So I do tend to I do tend to go with a pretty even mix of melee and missile units, and then a few units of artillery in Three Kingdoms compared to Warhammer. Like if you want to have an easier time in Warhammer, you really want like red line for missile units, just as much infantry and tanky units as you can, and then a few lords and heroes that got healing potions and ward saves and stuff like that, and then a caster that can do good damage on blobs of troops. But even in Warhammer, I try to play in the quote-unquote spirit of the game and recruit infantry, but the current balance in Warhammer is really punishing for infantry units. It's incredibly punishing with the AI having chevrons and all the battle bonuses that they get from increased difficulty, and then the very, very, very strong bonuses to like leadership and the ability for them to regroup and return the battle. So melee right now is, to me, not in a very good spot in Warhammer 2, but in most Total War games, missile units are kind of king in a way. Like once you have strong missile units, you can pretty much run the map and run the battles. If you go back to Fall of the Samurai and Shogun 2, when you're playing as the modern armies, once you get the Armstrong guns, and the Gatling guns, I mean, that's it. It's over. You just storm through the map. Nothing can stand in your way. Okay, so going back to this big battle at Chang'an, they should be significantly weakened. They are. Are we strong enough to push up and take it? Oh, we don't have the movement to take it because my guy ran across the river. What a yo-yo. What a yo-yo, running across the river like that. Why would you go across the river? Why would you do that? So here's what we can do. They can come out and attack us pretty much no matter what. So I'm gonna... How come I can't get any closer to the settlement? Oh, you know what? I fought the battle outside. I didn't like sack them or anything like that. So can I like get closer to this guy? No. Can I move closer? Boy, all my guys are stuck, so I can't move. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens over here with this stuff. And then as far as the missile unit question that Curate had, Rav says it ultimately depends on your build. Range units, including artillery, are pretty much glass cannons. The actual infantry does have their own strengths and weaknesses, but on the whole isn't too bad. Unless your army consists of tier 1 and tier 2 units. That raises hand. That's me. Any combination can work if you plan it correctly. At its best, you would have a combination of all dragon units, since they're overall the best infantry. But in truth, you have to use the units that work for you and what you can afford, you know, depending on how many wars and stuff you have. And you can use properly and feel comfortable with using. That way you can unleash their full potential. Thanks for the detailed answer from Curate. And a lot of it comes down to play style and your own like personal ability as well. You know, like playing on Legendary, I can't pause the game to issue orders. So I have to form my armies around like what I can comfortably give orders to. If you watch, I think it was my Marcus Wolfheart campaign, towards the end there, Marcus's army had like 5 heroes in it. And there were so many abilities that I could trigger and enact in that army. There was no way I could play perfectly to the full potential of Marcus's army in any of my battles, because there's just too much to click on. I mean, it's just too much. If you're playing on a lower difficulty where you can pause and give orders while it's paused, that changes things a little bit. Even when I play on not Legendary, which is not often, almost never, I generally just play battles in real time, like a StarCraft or Warcraft, a real-time strategy game. I don't generally pause and give orders that way. It's just not my thing. Let's see here. So these guys can't move. Hopefully next turn we can come in and get Chang'an. Hopefully. He's right here. I could bring him up, but I'm going to leave him back. Nanyang. Okay, so do I want to do some buildings right now? Well, I got 10,000. Which armies have not moved? Okay, yeah, you're in the trade port. We have reinforcements coming down to help you soon. They don't have artillery. This is our spy. Galu. Or Guo. Lu. Saimei. I mean, we could knock him down a couple pegs with some poison here. It's this guy. 30 and 8. Build our undercover network back up. All right, so one time, poison provisions, knock them down a bit. That should keep them from trying to lay siege at the very least. And I think that's the end of our turn. Yeah, because I kind of did everything and then said we'll fight this. So let's look at some building upgrades. Yi, we can't do anything. Okay, Hene, we're building that. Don't need the garrison. I'm going to go ahead and finally demolish that and just put something else in its place. Baishan, Beihai. Beihai's got good public order, so we can lower it further. I don't think they're ever going to get back and challenge Donglai anymore. Langye. What did I destroy here? A school? Pretty sure it was a school. So we can do state workshops and then lower corruption. Excellent. Oh, I don't have the garrison building here. Well, I'm not going to bother building it now. And on these, I like the one on the left, and then this, that one as well. Let's look at Changsha. Shangyang I was working on. That's a school. Commerce and industry. Commerce and industry. That's a school. That's corruption reduction. Okay, we want that. That should be most of my money. Yeah. Okay. Let's end our turn. Rav thinks a big advantage of these types of games is that you could do trial and error with your campaigns and just experiment with whatever works for you. Definitely. It's always good to see that it's entirely possible to take on higher quality armies if you strategize properly. So it's not as if there's an unreachable cure if you don't do things, unreachable curve if you don't do things exactly. Yeah, for the most part, I agree. This is the ambush that we set up in Vedong. We did the military revolt in Sun Ren's army, and so case in point of what Rav is talking about. It's good to see that it's entirely possible to take on higher quality armies if you strategize properly. And this is a good example of that, because this is a much better army than us. This is Jian Valjean infantry. The mercenary infantry and the saber infantry are generally better than everything we have over here. I mean, we're rocking peasant band, G militia, saber militia. Now, we do have 2 units of Jian sword guard, but these are mounted lancer militia, and these are saber militia. So, I mean, this is a much worse army, and we don't have artillery either. But I do believe that this army has increased damage to crossbows, 25% increased damage. And I think we should be able to win this. We're going to make it a night battle to give them minus 15 morale. And we won't get our reinforcements. We don't need our reinforcements. It's predicting a close defeat. They outnumber us. So let's see if we can, as Rav phrases it, strategize correctly and take on a stronger army. And another thing to keep in mind, too, is that since we're playing on the hardest difficulty, there's innate invisible bonuses that the AI has for like armor, melee damage, just various stat boosts. You know, I don't know what they are specifically, but these stats that every unit has, the AI gets boosted the more you increase your difficulty. So, yeah, we are definitely playing at a disadvantage here, but I think we can make this work. And they've got some units that are way in the back there. They have better units than us. So I think they're going to turn around and fight. I think they're going to come back and fight us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy at the tail end of their formation. Because I do believe they're going to fight us. So I think they're going to take the time to turn around and come back to where we are. And so I want to set up a big V of a firing arc right there. And then let's use our peasant band off on the side. I don't really care like which is better or worse, G militia versus peasant band. But then the G units will go right there. Saber militia, we probably just want back here. Now the mounted saber units, we can use those. Like if we put them here, the AI can see them, so they might chase them a bit. That might buy us some time. And then the sword guard units I'm going to put there, and then that leaves our generals. And I'll put them back on the hill. And then I have forgotten a unit of G militia, which can also maybe just go right here in a column, kind of thin. And then 2 units of shot cav, which I can put maybe back there. So if they come and chase these units, the shot cav can come out and get them. And I'll leave our generals right there. So let's see if we can do an okay job here. Okay, we're shooting into the backs of the mercenary infantry. And then we'll shoot the farther Jian Valjean and then the next Jian Valjean. Are they turning? Yeah, they're stopping to turn. Yeah, they're stopping to turn. And then 2 units of shot cav, which I can put maybe back there. So let's see if we can do an okay job here. Okay, we're shooting into the backs of the mercenary infantry. And then we'll shoot the farther Jian Valjean and then the next Jian Valjean. Are they turning? Yeah, they're stopping to turn. Okay, you guys need to do more damage, more damage, more damage. I don't know why the crossbows had to move up like that. Okay, all the crossbows shooting that unit. Charge in right there at the cap. God, you idiots. Stop running forward. Okay, they've taken the bait there. And they've caught us because they rushed out of the trees. Right quick. That's okay. Okay, they've committed pretty heavily. Yeah, we've already broken all this stuff. God, missile units got the worst brain damage ever. Complete Nimrods. Okay, they've gotten onto our crossbows there. Let's turn. Let's come out that way. Okay, push up and get the Jianye. You guys will break that there. Okay, let's just pull back. Let's buy ourselves some time to form up our infantry. Okay, so they're chasing us. And now we've broken that unit off. Let's shoot it. Let's come back over here. Okay, and then let's reform. 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 Generals. Sword guard units. Let's just run. Okay, and now we're pretty much ready for round 2. Now they are blasting us a bit in here and getting some pretty good damage in. Let's take out the Xi militia there. Let's run here. Let's get on that archer militia. And let's just set them way up there. Are you guys shooting or not shooting? Okay, now shoot that unit, and these guys will charge in while they're in a loose formation and wavering. And we'll shoot the Jianye over there. Okay, now we've broken that unit. Go ahead, keep chasing me there. We've broken this unit. Let's stay on it. Okay, now let's shoot that unit. Or those 2 units. Okay, keep shooting. Turn that way. Let's get the Jianye. Bring it back in this way. Stay on that. Okay, we got Protectors of Heaven. Let's shoot them. Let's turn this way. These guys are going to get run down and shattered. That unit is shattered. It's time for our generals to get back into the action here. Shoot the Protectors. Okay, now let's bring the militia cavalry back down this way. Okay, we got more Protectors there. They can run down the strategist. They can come in here and maybe get the crossbowmen. And our generals can now break these guys. Most likely. They can shoot that unit there. Oh yeah, that was a devastating charge. Coming in there. And now all of our sword units. Okay, we shattered that unit. Let's go tie up the Protectors again. Come back out. Okay, their sentinel is chasing us, chasing him. Yeah. And now we're going to split our Jian sword guard. One's going to go after the crossbows. One's going to go over there. Catching them in the rear, coming out this way, pursuing that way. Reform a line over here. He's caught one of our units. No big deal. Okay. Getting on the protectors under the flaming bamboo sticks. Let's bring those guys back this way. That unit's going to shatter. That unit is shattered. Let's keep running them down. Get on that. And there's our victory. Let's turn around and get the sentinel. A relatively decent example that you can take on a seemingly better army if you know how to prioritize certain units to your advantage, even on higher difficulty. Yeah, it's just... It takes a lot of practice. And, you know, you have to lose a lot, too. I mean... I've lost so many campaigns in my time playing Total War. I mean, I've lost I don't know how many campaigns. Long before I was uploading stuff to YouTube and whatnot, I lost campaigns. Every once in a while, I'll still like break out a campaign and just goof off privately and, you know, experiment with things, and I'll still lose. You know, I mean, most of the time with my channel, I get fairly lucky. The only campaign that I've like outright lost was my Wintertooth campaign with Throg. I made it a handful of episodes in, and I came really close to losing that one. I almost lost my Techless campaign too. That one was hard. Skarsnik as well. In my Techless campaign, I just got lucky. The AI had me down at one point to like 2 settlements, and then they just completely backed off, and I got my feet back under me, and I was able to push back out and paint the map. But I nearly lost. In addition, what also helped was that they used fire arrows while in the forest, essentially set themselves on fire and caused damage to a lot of their frontline units. Yep. Fire in the trees damages morale. So we got the Builder and Ren Tao, Noble Sword. We're just executing our way through this. Since I have a couple people in here watching, let me ask you a question, see if I can get your opinion on this. I've been thinking, okay, I've been contemplating, maybe when I start up my next campaigns, they're going to be for Warhammer 2, but thinking about maybe dropping the difficulty down to very hard instead of legendary. And then maybe I can finish a campaign without it dragging on for 50, 60, or 70 episodes. Curious to see what any of you think about that. Would it still be interesting to watch it at very hard, or do you think I should just keep it with legendary if you have a preference at all? Let's start the battle here because we're gonna need it. I probably have the highest APM actions per minute out of all Total War players I've seen. Have you watched Turin? Turin's pretty quick. Turin's pretty quick. I'd say Party Elite's pretty quick too. I'd say he's pretty good. There's another small channel that I used to really watch back in the day, and then he stopped doing Total War for about a year, and I think now he's back at Total War, which would be Sly Bacon. Real pleasant fellow to listen to. He's a New Zealander, so he's got that cool accent. But I used to watch his campaigns a lot, and what I liked about his play style is, like me, he didn't try to min-max and game every single advantage he could out of Total War, so I enjoyed his content. He plays on Legendary too. I would definitely recommend, you know, if you're looking for other Total War channels that are not the big ones, Sly Bacon's pretty good. He's been back into the swing of things. And I also, on occasion, watch Jet R. He does a lot of modded playthroughs with Mixu's Legendary Lords. So if you like to see offbeat factions that are available through mods, I'd recommend his campaigns. Every once in a while, I swing in and watch the big channels too. Heir of Carthage, Lionheart, Party Elite. Sometimes Milk and Cookies, although not as often. I find that Milk and Cookies usually does like not so much campaigns, but just like, you know, gaming news. And I think Party Elite and Milk and Cookies are two of the best I've seen that cover like updates and gaming news. Although I did watch Turin's video for the Greenskin update. I thought he did pretty good with that. It seems like he winged a lot of it, but still very informative. And but there's so many people that upload and make content. I mean, there's no way you could watch everybody that makes content. It'd be impossible. There's just too much. There's too much. Like I can't even watch all the channels and content that I want to watch. There's just not enough time in life to do it all, huh? Not enough time to do everything, unfortunately. On this battle, we're gonna do what we've done previously, where we're gonna push out a little bit, and that should entice them to come up and engage us in front of our towers. So. Trying to think if there's any other lesser known Total War channels that I watch on occasion. Not so much. I generally don't watch a channel or a campaign if they're auto-resolving like every single thing. I like to watch people fight the battles, and I like to see, you know, kind of strategic battles and strategic play. After all, it's got to be kind of interesting, right? Let's go ahead and charge in here. This is going to be a little casualty heavy because we got the reinforcements coming on, and I'm just not going to play optimally here. Oh, hello. You're shooting me over here, huh? I'll just make that army in the back there one big control group. Huh! Cavalry guardment off. Okay, watch the spears, watch the spears. Let's shoot Liu Yu. Oh no, he's the potential turncoat, right? Was he the potential turncoat? Because I want to hire him if he is. I don't want to kill him. Check the spears there, but we're okay. How do we look over here? We mostly chased everything off. We're getting there. Go shoot that stuff, please. Let's shoot in there. Let's shoot in there. Oh no, let's okay, they broke. So let's hit that. Let's get on that. Shoot him. You know what? Just turn around and go this way now. Shoot that stuff. Because this is all collapsing. Yeah, our main army is just not even going to get over here. Now, they didn't get anything back in there, did they? Alright, I think I can take a look at the chat. Rav doesn't have a preference in terms of difficulty. A very hard is more manageable in terms of episodes, and that should be fine. Curate loves Legendary, but it kind of forces you to play in a very specific way and go for Doom stacks and whatnot. If going very hard instead of Legendary allows you to get some more variety and strategies, it could be worth it. As long as the campaigns are overall fun to play and gives you enough flexibility to experiment with different features, then that should be enough. The biggest hurdle is whether the campaign in question is actually worthwhile doing. If the baseline is that it's rather boring or monotonous, then nothing can save it. That's true. Or if I went Norska, Beastmen, Wood Elves, since they are kind of weak now, and not many people do play those. Yeah, they don't... Nobody wants to play those right now. It's because of the order tide. The order tide is like unbearable right now. So let's see here. Let's finish chasing this stuff off. They ran into the settlement, recovered, and now they're going to come back out. Dude, this guy, he must be unbreakable. How are our generals doing? They're okay. Nearly all their stuff is broken. Come on. Break already. Guard mode off on our infantry. Okay, everything in here is finally breaking. Get on him. This guy's still up, so yeah, he's got to be unbreakable. Okay, I'm just gonna speed it up. So, here's where I always come back to. Like, I really like Legendary and the challenge. And one of my goals with my channel and uploading content was to show people that you don't have to cheese every available opportunity in Legendary to win. You know, you can kind of have fun with it. There's room to experiment, and for the most part, it's true. If you play strategically on the campaign map, if you make good decisions, if you move your pieces carefully, like chess, then you can generally come out ahead. And probably the other good examples of people who do that, I would say, are Sly Bacon and the strategy professor. I didn't mention him earlier, but the strategy professor with his quote-unquote pure campaigns where he doesn't do any agent actions and stuff. Those are really good examples of being able to do that. However, the downside is the campaigns can get very long. Making one minor mistake, like a good example of this would be my Malice Darkblade playthrough. A couple early mistakes in that campaign, and man, that thing is like, it's going to take so many episodes to get through that campaign. And I certainly have the stamina for it. I don't know if viewers have the stamina to watch it. And it can get kind of monotonous to maybe watch that. Like in some of the Malice stuff I've recorded recently, where it's just Malice himself tanking an entire army with the Sword of Cain. I just kind of prune those battles out, and I go like, here's the post or the pre-battle screen, here's the post-battle screen. Just so, and then I try to leave in things that are more interesting. But another thing that I struggle with in terms of Legendary is when I'm covering new stuff, because of the camera restriction, I can't get in and like look at the enemy troops, you know, like before battle or right in the beginning of the battle. So it makes it hard to show the really cool cinematic shots of, you know, like the artillery landing on the enemy troops and stuff. I always have to wait until they've kind of closed their lines a little bit. And it's kind of annoying. Like I wish that Creative Assembly would add like maybe 20 meters of range on the restricted camera for Legendary, and then that part wouldn't bother me anymore. So like in the back of my head, I'm always wondering, you know, should I drop it down just a little bit and get through campaigns a little bit faster? But one thing I absolutely don't want to do is I don't want to have a mix of Legendary and non-Legendary campaigns on my channel. Like I always want to play a consistent difficulty, because once you play at a certain difficulty for a while, you develop like a really good intuition of like how troops are going to perform and what you can get away with. And if I'm playing at lots of different varied difficulties, then I'll hop back into a higher difficulty on some campaign, and I'll just make a bunch of mistakes because it'll be like, oh crap, I wasn't used to how strong they are, or some nonsense like that. So it's always in the back of my head. I might try very hard on the next campaigns I start. I might. I don't know yet. I'm still completely undecided. So let's see. That was the AI moves. We caught them in the ambush. And we totally screwed him up over there by Badong. Ren Xai is ascetic, so he's got resolve and authority. And what's our time? Where are we at? 2.5 hours. Okay. We can go like another half hour, so like maybe one more turn, I think. Let's see how far we can get here. It could be an idea to have your main army that could consist of the stronger units so that you always have a backup plan should things go awry in the world map. But then for other armies, you could force yourself to have different units to play around with, so that way you can at least showcase or experiment and then make an informed presentation. Showcasing different units and army compositions would be cool. Maybe it would be an idea to pre-record 3 to 4 episodes in advance on very hard to see how it compares with the legendary. Yeah, I generally, when I do my recordings, I generally do like a block of 3 at a time, typically 3 at a time. Almost always. So like when I sit down to record episodes for a week, like on, let's say, Malice or something, and be like, okay, I'm going to do 3 at once right now. And part of the reason for that is because it's like, okay, now it's like on Saturday, I know I got Malice done and he's good for the week, and I don't have to worry about finding a schedule during the week. But the other reason is like every time you jump out of a campaign and like put it down and then come back into it, it's like all your clickability, all of your responses and stuff, they get all screwed up. Like what did this army have? How does this army work? And it's better to record in blocks so that like as you get through, but by about the middle of the second episode, it all comes back to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I play with this army. This is how I play with that army. If I were to like take a day's break between every single recording, I'd probably suck even worse in all my battles. Sometimes I'm really bad. Like if you watch me play an episode and you're thinking like, oh my gosh, like he's really bad at battles today, that's probably why. It's because I haven't played the campaign in a week and I forgot how all my armies worked. That's a legitimate thing. Let's see here. They didn't lay siege at Guangling. This is our vassal coming down this way. Our vassal coming down that way. We got the siege over here. Let's just kill off the yellow turbans. All right, come on now. Let's kill them off. Delegate. If very hard doesn't feel right, then just stick with legendary and truth. As long as you are the creator or happy enough with what you're doing, then that's what really counts. Yeah, Curate is watching someone who's famous and renowned for taking advantage of the flaws in the artificial intelligence programming of the game, and still enjoys it. But Rav says they're not a video creator and have no intention of doing so, so I sort of have to be relaxed about what content creators do. So it isn't a big deal as far as I'm concerned. So if I did a campaign without cheesing, you would watch without, despite its duration. Okay. I mean, it's good feedback. One thing that you're never sure of, pardon me, my voice just like ran out of oomph there. One thing you're never sure of from my like view of things, making videos, you never really know exactly what people want to see. And most of the time when people don't like a video, like when they don't like it enough to give it a thumbs down, or when they like unsubscribe, because I can go into my analytics and I can be like, oh, 5 people unsubscribed because of this one video. What did I do that pissed them off? Like, you'll never know. You'll never get an answer to that. So it's always great for me and any other content creator when you can kind of have a chit chat with people that watch your stuff and pick their brains a little bit. Because like I'm always wondering, how much do people really care about the difficulty? How much, like, am I driving people away because I play Legendary? Like maybe some people find my channel and they're like, oh wow, look at all this Total War content, and then they go, oh, he only plays Legendary, so like I'll never play Legendary, and he's just going to be a cheesy Legendary player, and then they just leave, So I mean, who knows? That's part of the reason why I don't even include the word Legendary in any of my titles or descriptions anymore. I don't want people to know I'm playing on Legendary. Okay, here. So let's see. We got killed in battle. But then the downside to that is people specifically looking for Legendary. Maybe they won't click on my video. Oh boy, fun stuff. Let's see. So that we got our vassals and 4 armies, 5 armies if we count this one over here. We are ready. We probably won't get to it today, but we are ready to come across the Yangtze River. Oh, did I kill one of my spies? Didn't this army have a spy in it? I might have killed a spy on accident. Being careless. No, that was a totally different faction. Okay, so I didn't kill a spy on accident there. There's the spy. Okay, he's right there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come down towards Guangling trade port. I don't want to cross. I don't want to get close to the river here because they can all come across pretty much together. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring everybody down, and we're just gonna start moving together here. And Kingdom of Wu is gonna be put on a very significant backpedal. Probably not this stream, but tomorrow. I'm gonna stream this again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be able to push across this river, and this is very likely not heavily defended. They probably have hardly anything over here in terms of defenses, and we've got like 4 or 5 armies now coming down. So it's looking really bleak for them in that area. Buildings, sieges, and blockades. Okay, that was all the rebellion at Hene. We got a rank gain for you. I want to move over to Zeal for the armor-piercing damage for the army. Lots of stuff in here. I'm not going to assign any of it today. And God, they got screwed over so hard right there. I love it. Kingdom of Wu. He did not go up to the Toolmaker. This is the army we poisoned them a little bit. And so now they're kind of in pursuit of us here. We have made it into the river, so maybe we can attack Badong, the city. I don't have artillery, though. This is not a good army for taking cities, so maybe we should go towards the iron mine. Over here, though. Our territory goes all the way up the hill, so let's come up to reinforce. Let's attack. Maybe you're out of line, but you do find that certain viewers have an air of entitlement about the videos they watch and seemingly want anything and everything without being reasonable. No, I don't think you're being out of line. I mean, people want what they want, right? My wife has a saying. We can auto-resolve this. No spies here. My wife has a saying, and it comes from being a parent and dealing with like upset children. And her saying is that like the majority of the world's frustration comes from reality not being aligned with our expectations. And so when people build up expectations in their head and then their reality doesn't align with what they've built up in their head, that's when people start to like suffer. There's a lot of other reasons that people suffer, but that's a big one. That's a big one. And one of the things that I think people struggle with in parenting is managing their expectations of their children, especially like at all stages, but especially when they're young, because like young children don't know crap. Like they know nothing. Okay, a young child doesn't know that they shouldn't put the yogurt all over the couch or into the electrical socket, or they don't know any of that stuff. And when people go into like become a parent and they start to interact with these young, crazy, drunken toddlers, and they can't manage their expectations, well, then the parents really start to suffer. But it doesn't really change as they become teenagers or anything else. It's like you got to learn to manage your own expectations. And so, if you're a viewer watching YouTube people, you have to manage your own expectations there because, as Rav says, you're just a viewer. You're not the creator. They're not you. They're going to do things that you disagree with or don't like. They're going to play differently. And if they do it to such an extent that you can't enjoy it, well, then you got to go find somebody else. But if you can make peace with it, if you can come to terms with it, then you can still enjoy what they're doing. And a lot of life comes down to that. There's a lot of people, I'm just going to use Creative Assembly and the DLCs as an example. There's a lot of people who get really upset over the blood pack being $3 for every game. And, we know Creative Assembly side, and I've read all the complaints about people who dislike it. But the reality is, for me, the way I avoid not getting upset over it, aside from the fact that it's $3, but the way I don't get upset over it is it's just my expectation. Okay, I just expect them to do that at this point, and so I don't get mad. Although I do now get most of the DLCs for free. I don't get the blood pack for free. I still had to buy it. But you know, prior to like a year ago, like only a year ago did I start to actually get anything for free for my channel. I mean, for 15 years, I've been buying everything that I've ever played. So, you know, I just manage my own expectations. And so I don't know how the hell I got off on that tangent based off what Rav said. What would be the best campaign in Total War Warhammer 2 to watch on my channel? I'll come back to it in a sec. And then Rav says, going back to viewers and expectations, which at times makes you want to say, if you don't like it, then why don't you do it yourself and stop being an obnoxious something or other? Yeah. My mom, growing up with my mom, everybody could have used my mom to some extent. She wasn't perfect, but my mom used to be a strong advocate of, well, if you think you can do it better, get up off your ass and go do it. I mean, that would be like the kind of stuff my mom would say to me. If I was a teenager and I was complaining, my mom would come in and be like, what are you complaining about? Go find something else to do that you won't be complaining about. Quit your complaining. Nobody wants to hear it. That was my childhood in a small nutshell. And it's good advice, you know. If you think you can do something better, try to do it better, and then maybe you'll gain a new perspective as well, because you'll see like what goes into doing stuff. You know, there's a lot of things that people make assumptions about that, you know, they're just assumptions until you can verify that it's true. All right, Chang'an is nice and weak. We should be able to auto-resolve this. They've left the city defenseless. The garrison will not have replenished. I'm going to auto-resolve it, even though my generals are weak. I'm just going to be risky here. Don't die. Don't die. None of you need to die. Okay, good. Nobody died. Nobody died. Occupy that. And then we can come out of Forest March. I'm going to go into an ambush right here. It's in the bushes. If anyone tries to attack Chang'an, which is incredibly weak right now, we should at least come on as reinforcements. And it's a frontier city, essentially, so I'm going to upgrade the garrison right off the bat. And Curate had asked, what is a good Warhammer 2 campaign to watch on my channel? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. I guess it depends. Okay, everybody here can move. No. No, okay, it's a small army inside that hasn't moved yet. We're ready to pick a reform and end our turn. Liu Ba. I'll get patience. And then for our reform, we were getting the one that allowed us to sell food, and I think we went all the way in that. So now I kind of think I just want something that's going to allow us to get some decent units. Here we got Pearl Dragons. I'm going to come back to your question, Curate, in just a second. What are these? Saber Cavalry? No, I don't care about basic old Saber Cav. Is this the campaign movement range down here? It is, yeah. I could unlock Cataphracts. Although it doesn't seem quite as powerful without all the bonuses that we had in our Sunsa playthrough. There's a bunch of missile units unlocked at that one, but we can't get it right away. I don't really need to boost our income from industry, although I could. I could do that. There's one down in here, right? That's pretty good. Yeah, what are these? Imperial Gate Guards and the Azure Dragons. You know what? I'm gonna go down here because I wanna get the Azure Dragons. I kind of like those. It's gonna take 3 reforms though. So for now, we'll have access to, what was this? Spear Warriors. Really? I don't have access to Spear Warriors. And I think we can end our turn. Pretty sure everybody's moved, right? What did I do down here? Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, we're very close to taking this section of mountains and stuff here. Spy actions. This guy is no longer going to defect. Let's pick somebody who's got a lot of cover and build undercover network. They still got a +8 penalty on that. But now that's back up to 89, and we can end our turn. What is the best campaign in Warhammer 2 to watch on my channel, in my opinion? I would say the campaign where I probably played the best might be Marcus Wolfhart. That was a Vortex campaign. That one I played pretty good. Like the Zhang is declared war. The starting Lizardmen armies are way better than your Empire troops, and I had to play the beginning, I don't know, 50 turns or 30 turns, whatever it is, very carefully in that campaign. And then as that campaign progressed, I think that campaign is a good example of just making good decisions, playing it smart, building kind of mixed armies. Like I used a lot of Albideers and infantry and stuff, and they got pummeled quite a bit. But that campaign overall went really well. It took a while at the end to kill off the Black Arcs that Nagaron had, but overall, I'd say that campaign is probably one of the ones where I played the best. Another campaign where things mostly went well would be my Tomb Kings playthrough. So, like, if you want to watch a campaign where things are mostly going well and the pacing is kind of relaxed, Marcus started off difficult but got a little bit more relaxed. Tomb Kings was fairly relaxed most of the way through. If you want to watch campaigns where I make a ton of mistakes, like just like mistake after mistake after mistake, then I would recommend most recently Malice Darkblade. I'm right in the middle of that. I screwed that one up really bad. I'm fighting my way out of it bit by bit. I'm probably going to start streaming it in another week or two. And then my Marathi campaign. I made a lot of mistakes in that one. I lost my capital 3 times in my Marathi campaign. That was brutal. But eventually got out of it. And then my Techless campaign, I made a lot of mistakes. And my Techless campaign is a good example of like fighting the worst uphill battle you could imagine. The Techless campaign would have been a campaign had he been doing it at the time, like someone would have sent in to Legend of Total War for like save my disaster, except I managed to save my own disaster. And it was purely because the AI, I mentioned it earlier today already, I think, but the AI at one point had me down to like 2 settlements, and then they just backed off for a bit and gave me a bunch of breathing room, and all of a sudden I was able to fight my way out of it. But that was also the very, very, very first Warhammer 2 campaign that I played. So there were some things in there that like I didn't understand. Like I didn't understand the unit or the health cap for replenishment, because I don't think Warhammer 1 had a replenishment cap, and Warhammer 2 does. Warhammer 2 was when they introduced you can't retreat and force marched, and like within the first couple episodes, I got Techless's entire army killed because I was force marched and I thought I'd be able to retreat, and I couldn't. So I just lost the whole army. So, I mean, lots of mistakes like that, but I fought my way out of it. And then again, too, with Techless, like I was always negative, like 5, 6, 8,000 per turn. I was always negative, just always the whole campaign. Well, once things started really going downhill. So, I mean, if you want to see an example of somebody fighting against all odds, that's a good campaign for that. Although a lot of the newer races, units, DLCs, that stuff's all missing, and I did get a little frustrated playing that one. All right, let's see. We can go like one more turn, I think. One more turn. Character rank skiing, ping tong, ping tong. We're gonna get expertise. Let's get ourselves nice and we might be able to take some more territory here, but let's get ourselves nice and situated for pushing across the river, the Yangtze, next time. Mei Chang is philanthropic. Why is this guy dispatched? This is the guy that we captured, and I re-released him as a spy, and then it said he was going to defect, and then now he's been dispatched, but he's gaining cover. No, he's in the faction. What the hell's going on with the spy system here? All right, whatever. Not going to worry about it. This is our spy back here. He can't do anything. Okay, he's in a bad spot. They're still chasing us over here. Can I attack this? Oh boy. I'm going to come further down the river. Okay, so next turn, I'm going to move up outside the iron mine. Right here, we can push up and get the rice paddy. I'm not going to fight this battle because I hate the rice paddy map. I don't like it. So I'm going to starve him out. I'll bring up the reinforcements. Wolfheart is the Empire hobo dude who can only hire weak units. Yeah, well, eventually you start to get access to the stronger units, but for most of the early game, yeah, you're pretty limited. You're pretty limited. I did my Wolfheart on Vortex, and I thought it was fun. I've not done Wolfheart on Mortal Empires. I don't know if I would suggest it either. I thought the Wolfheart Vortex campaign was fun. I also did Nakai at the same time I did Wolfheart, and it was an okay campaign too, but I didn't really struggle with anything in that one. I did Flounder in attacking Luther or Harkon. He beat the crap out of me at one point, and I was like, oh no, like the campaign could end here. But I worked my way out of that one too. But outside of that, the Nakai campaign that I did, which was also Vortex, I would say just went remarkably well. Every once in a while, I'll see people who are not very happy with the way their Nakai campaign is going on the Total War subreddit. So I would say that people have very different experiences with Nakai, and mine just happened to go pretty well. I think what allowed my Nakai campaign to go well is when I was starting to have money troubles, I went into the washer, or the washer, what the hell? I went into the ocean and picked up some of the sea treasures to supplement my economy. And then I really didn't spend the old one's favor in that campaign. Every time I had, I just let the favor build up. And then every time I had the right where I could spawn a blessed army for the vassal faction, I would spawn the blessed army. And I think what happens with that is the other AI factions are less likely to attack your vassal. Generally, when I see people that are upset with Nakai, it's because they're complaining that the vassal is defenseless and everybody attacks it and they get drawn into a bunch of wars. So I think one of the tricks to that campaign, I'm gonna take the weaker army and I'm gonna put them in the Jade Mine, and I'm gonna leave our ambushing army here, and maybe Sun Ren will lead an offensive siege, and maybe do I have good ambush chance? I'm gonna put him out here. Maybe they'll try to siege us with Sun Ren or something else, and maybe we'll catch him in a siege. But then this army can still get their troops back and replenish. So what I was saying, that's Duchy of Song. We're at Orthview. I'm gonna set up an ambush by the trade port here too. So I think with Nakai, you want to try to get the Blessed Armies as often as you can, and then maybe the other AI factions won't declare war on your vassal quite as often. Possibly. No guarantees, though, because I only played it the one time. I didn't do a lot of experimenting with it. We're going to upgrade some buildings here. Our food is finally okay. I don't want to sell any more food right now until we're earning, actually earning more food somewhere else. So let's go through here, and I need to upgrade my city before I can build the other building. So let's go ahead and spend 5,000 and a little bit of food for that. We'll upgrade that. Is this industry? This is industry, so let's go with the workshops there. We'll boost our income from commerce and industry. We might eventually upgrade the city itself. And then we got some armies over here that we can continue moving south all together now. So here's what we're going to do. Where did the army go that was down here? Oh, you know what? We still haven't taken Lujiang. Okay, so Lady Feng and friends, we're going to pursue towards Lujiang. Can I, like, click on your foot? And then I think with this guy, we'll come down this way. We should be okay. And then I'm going to go into the trade port here. How's our money looking? Let's get some different units now. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit. This is a mess. What can I get here? Warriors of the left and Jean Valjean. So let's get Jean Valjean, 2 units. And then let's get Warriors of the left. These are front line. I can get one more, I think. Oh, darn it. Well, I'll come back to it next turn. Okay, so we're going to start to get better units here so that we can push across and take all this stuff with these 2 armies. Has everybody moved? No, we got... yeah, let's get you down here. Let's get you down here. And then we got Peng Tong. No, I took this. I think that's our move. I think that's our move. Okay. And I know I still got this position up here. Let's see what they're going to do. Duchy of Song, is he going to go after the trade port? He's gone past it. So maybe he's going to go after the lumberyard? Okay, they got somebody at Xindu, the fishing port. Oh, she walked into the ambush, but she escaped. But we're going to be able to attack her next turn. So Lady Sun's going to get executed if we can capture her. And our spy is moving down towards the toolmaker. And they did a swap here. Somebody came in. No notifications. Like whenever it gets back to the beginning of my turn and there's no notifications, I always think like, what's the game doing? Is it auto saving? Is it a little bit laggy? But no, there's just nothing to report. Okay, so his ambush was discovered. And we can force Lady Sun to reinforce here. And then we would be able to still go up and attack her. And so if he tries to retreat, we should be able to close the distance to her. So we should be able to catch her. Chang'an is looking okay. They can't do anything to us back here. We should be able to push up this way. We should be able to get Badong soon and then come back into here. Kingdom of Liang is probably like itching to declare war at us. This army, maybe we need to come up the river. At least we should come down to Lujiang. And then maybe we can pincher move them and catch them from both sides. We got lots of armies moving down this way. This is like where our next major offensive is going to be. We're going to have to push down through here. And then we got a couple armies that are going to push in through here as well. So we're going to be taking this and this when we come back next time. We'll be taking most of this over here. Would they... We could potentially get peace with them. And then redirect some efforts towards Kingdom of Liang. But how does Kingdom of Liang feel about us? They're pretty happy with us. We got the trade agreement and stuff going on. So I think we just keep pushing back against Kingdom of Wu for as long as we can here. Nobody will abdicate. Some people might make peace. But we're going to end this here. And when we come back in the next one, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, we should be able to push and make some more good progress. I know this question is probably a weird one, but how many factions are there in Three Kingdoms? There's quite a lot, especially at the start. Yeah, I don't know how many, and my stream's about to end. Like it's on automated countdown. It's going to end it on me. So I can't answer the question. I don't know. Appreciate you